Going live. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's a launch. Gotta wait for the launch. What's up, everybody? Welcome. I think I can start talking now, and you guys will catch it. What's up, Rumble? What's up, Rumble? What's up, YouTube? It's iCkEdMeL. Thank you for joining me. And we're gonna talk about this situation that's happening. Right there. Happening today. Happened, I think, after 12 a.m. last night, and just kind of craziness, insanity. I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of the backstory to this. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Appreciate you guys joining by. I was kind of hanging out, and I noticed that there was a live scene, and they've been out there almost all day. And I didn't know who this person was. Justin Fairfax. I was trying to figure out who he was and what's going on. They're saying that this person, a former Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, has murdered his estranged wife and offed himself at their $1 million home. Okay. And pretty crazy stuff. Police out there. A couple of times I heard helicopters. Nice looking family. Let me show you a family photo. I'll give you some of the background and history. It's just so crazy. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. You know, this is him right there with their kids. This is when they were younger. They're older now. Them and their kids. So they were separated, and she had filed for divorce. I'm going to get into the information. I guess that was the trigger, but the guy has some kind of controversy in his history as well. And so Justin Fairfax is his name, a Democrat, shot his dentist spouse, Cerina, dead in the unfinished basement of their home in Annandale in the early hours of Thursday with their kids home. That's what's crazy to me. I don't know how people could do this, with their kids in the house. First of all, the whole murder suicide to me is kind of and when I was reading the story, I was telling somebody, I'm like, it can't all be mental health. It can't all be all these people mentally ill. It can't all be mental health. Some of these people just have to, I don't know, sick, got to be sick, super simp, I don't know, controlling, narcissistic, whatever label and title you can come up with. To have no regard for your kids, no regard, and then off the person and off yourself. I guess maybe the only regard he had is not killing his kids, because some of these people wipe out the whole family. Some of these people kill the kids, the wife, whatever, and then themselves. And so the couple had a son, 16 years old, Cameron, and their 14-year-old daughter, Carrie, were home at the time but unharmed. And so Cerina, 49 years old, filed for divorce from Justin Fairfax, last year. And the proceedings were underway at the time of their deaths. So they had court appearances coming up next week. I guess that's the trigger. Some people can't handle rejection, can't handle divorce. Some people just, I don't understand it. I don't know. Some people don't know how to, I guess they can't take it. They can't accept it. The couple were living together. So that's the other thing people kind of talk about. That's a thing too, the separated thing. It's I try not to, I don't want to date anybody that's separated. I understand that happens because the divorce, it takes a while. The paperwork to finalize it. Maybe the other person doesn't want to agree to do this paperwork stuff. And so you're caught in limbo. But I prefer not to even be involved. If somebody tells me, and I've had that happen, oh, I'm separated. And, we get along or whatever for the kid. I don't know. I don't want to be involved in your whatever you have going on. I don't want to be the casualty, the stray bullet There's the stray fatality that gets caught in this, whatever you guys have going on. And so, yeah, they had some type of pending court stuff coming up. The couple had been living together despite being separated. And that's a really tough situation when you have kids. I don't know if she had a place to go or not. Was she worried about her kids? Was this guy threatening her? It gets even deeper than that. It's kind of crazy. There was a press conference we're going to play. Investigated. So the cops were at this home in January. Before today, with this murder scene, the cops were there in January, and this guy, Justin, alleged that Cerina assaulted him inside of his home. Now, investigators determined that that was BS. That wasn't true, and no arrests were made. So this guy lied on her, saying that she attacked him, but they concluded that it's not true. Fairfax was a former federal prosecutor and a civil litigator, served in Virginia's lieutenant governor from 2018 to 2022 under Governor Ralph Northam. He was the state's second most powerful lawmaker during that period. And Governor Ralph Northam also, apparently, he had some type of blackface scandal. They got Northam, or some type of blackface scandal. Northam. I don't know what's up with the KKK today. I don't know what's going on right there. Northam got caught up in a scandal. Virginia Military Institute Interest Pediatrics. What the hell's going on here? So he got snagged up in this. And Fairfax launched his own bid for governor during 2021, but finished fourth in the Democratic Party after his campaign was heavily overshadowed by sexual assault allegations from two women. So two women had come out right when this guy is like running to be governor, and there was allegations. Now he adamantly denied it. The woman's allegations said both encounters were entirely consensual. Cerina stood by his side throughout the scandal. They said it wasn't consensual, but there was like a part that became non-consensual. It almost reminds me of that lady yesterday that we watched. I got to post that video. So police descended on the residence around midnight this morning after Cameron called 911, the teenage son, to say that he thought his father stabbed his mother. When officers arrived on scene, they discovered Cerina unconscious and bleeding inside of the home. Police determined that she had been shot. The teenager said he didn't know where his father was. Investigators later found Fairfax in a separate area of the home with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Both victims pronounced dead at the scene. That is insane. The couple had been married for 20 years. That's the scary thing about marriage. When you hear about some of these people that have been married for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and then it falls apart. But we're in the midst of what Davis called a seemingly complicated or messy divorce. And actually, one of the neighbors had spoken up during this video, this live. I rewinded the live. We're going to fast forward, but one of the neighbors did speak. So there's a press conference, and then one of the neighbors spoke. And he had talked. It was kind of interesting what he said, because he had mentioned that this guy was like had cheated or something, or there was like some type of problems with other women. So we're going to get into that. Cerina formally filed for divorce in July last year, but the couple had reportedly been separated since June 2024. The reason for their split was not immediately clear. Justin Fairfax was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, raised in Washington, D.C. He studied at Duke University, earned a law degree from Columbia University in 2005. He worked as a litigation partner in Northern Virginia and D.C. before serving as a federal prosecutor for the Eastern District of Virginia. He seemed like he had a lot of prospects. Fairfax was a descendant of slaves. I'm not sure why but I don't know. That's multiple articles said that. Was elected lieutenant governor in 2017, making him the second African-American person in Virginia history to win statewide office. He was dragged into a scandal in 2019 after a photo surfaced, where we just talked about the blackface of Governor Ralph Northam. It was in a medical school yearbook. That's the weird thing because I was reading like pediatric. It was a medical school yearbook page showing a man in blackface standing next to someone in a Ku Klux Klan hood and robe. Northam faced calls to resign over the racist photo and issued a public apology. Oh, so there's like this long history. One of the women, so with the scandal, one accused him of forcing her to perform oral sex in his hotel room during the Democratic National Convention. And that's kind of crazy that I hear about all this, these conventions, the Democratic, the DNC, and the RNC. You be hearing from like stuff that I see on X, you be hearing all these scandals. These people hooking up, messing around with each other, or the RNC that they say supposedly the grinder crashes when the Republicans come through. Is that true? What's up with that? The RNC, they say the grinder apps crash. I don't know what's going on. A lot of scandals. The second accused Fairfax of R-ing her in 2000 while they were students at Duke University. He denied the allegations and filed a $400 million defamation lawsuit against CBS News after the outlet broadcast interviews of his two accusers. A federal judge threw out the lawsuit in February 2020 after Fairfax failed to prove actual malice. That's another thing people don't understand with lawsuits, proving malice, and then especially if you're a public figure. But so Northam and Fairfax ultimately went on to finish their terms in office. What a mess. The accusers, so this was 2019. One was Vanessa Tyson, associate professor now at Scripps College. So at this DNC convention in July 2004, Fairfax essayed her in his hotel room. She said it started as consensual, then turned non-consensual. He allegedly forced her head down, and that's when the oral, I guess, happened. She said she repressed it for years, but came forward because she feared he was about to become governor. And then the second accuser was Meredith Watson. She alleged that in spring 2000, they were both undergrads at Duke University. Fairfax R-ed her in a premeditated and aggressive attack at Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity house. She claimed he knew about a prior assault she suffered and used that against her, which is kind of pretty sick. But he denied both the allegations. He said it was fabricated. He voluntarily took a polygraph, a test administered by a former FBI agent. He also claimed the FBI investigated possible political motives behind the timing and the allegations. No criminal charges were ever filed against him, and the allegations were never proven in court. So, okay, and you have his wife, Cerina Fairfax, a successful dentist. She earned her bachelor in science from Duke in 1999 and DDS from VCU in 2005. She ran her own practice, and those dentists make I think they make some pretty good money. She even named VCU Dental School alumni. She was named VCU Dental School alumni in the decade of 2015. Okay. It was described by police as a messy or complicated divorce. In January 2026, Justin called police alleging that she assaulted him, but home security cameras installed by Cerina as part of the divorce proceedings. You got to protect yourself. She was smart in doing that. Showed no assault occurred. So this psychopath in January had said, "Oh, she attacked me, did all this stuff." She had cameras in there. That didn't happen. She should have dipped out then. But, it's harder. Easier said than done. And so, after midnight, police responded to the 8100 block of Greenver. I don't know how you say that. Drive in Annandale. The son, which is a horrible thing, the son to find parents dead. I just can't imagine how traumatizing that is. Found the mother and the father dead. Preliminary investigation confirmed, which we're going to watch the press conference. She was shot multiple times in the basement, then went upstairs to the primary bedroom and he shot himself with the same gun. Both teenagers home at the same time. At the time. Wow. And the home they were in was estimated to be around $1 million. Separated June 1st, 2024. Cerina Fairfax officially filed for divorce July 18, 2025. So separated almost a year difference, kind of a little more, a year. Even though they were separated, they continue living under the same roof, but in separate bedrooms. That's tough. Damn, bro. Cerina had installed home security cameras as part of the divorce proceedings. Justin had recently been served paperwork about an upcoming court date in the divorce case scheduled for April 21st. How crazy is that? April 21st. How many times we covered stories and it's like some DV situation and they had an upcoming hearing? Wow. All right, so let me there was a press conference. Let me skip to this so we can hear what the guy had to say.
Is this good?
Is that good? Testing.
Is this okay?
And we're standing by right now, guys, waiting for...
Hearing no objection.
You ready?
Actually, he was accused of cheating. But like with this stuff, you know, a lot of times you don't know what's going on in these people's homes. Even if you see court filings, court documentation, nobody really knows.
Good morning. I'm here.
Which is kind of interesting. We had a whole people going in and out of the house today. Huge scene, I guess, collecting evidence. Neighbor was recent. The neighbor was talking.
When? So,
No, just go ahead. Tell me what you remember hearing or seeing last night when you started behind him. Yeah.
Neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah.
And are we... Yeah, you can stand right here. And... Oh, yeah. You stay right there, Peter.
Okay.
You stand on the sidewalk?
Yeah, take 2 steps over to your left. There you go.
Okay.
And I'll ask you a few questions. You're just going to look here at the camera. Just a few questions. You just answer whatever you feel, and that's it.
Yeah, and you can edit me out.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
If it doesn't work.
We will. Don't worry.
Should I leave my sunglasses
Yeah,
on?
you can, whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever you're comfortable with. Do you know if you're feeding back, Raul? You're right. Okay, great. Let me just...
Because this started sometime last night, from what I understand.
Let me just look at them on the curb.
Oh, yeah. Just give us 1 second.
You should know if you heard it last night.
No, you were saying it happened. You started seeing some activity last night.
Yeah, late last night. And I just slept through all of it.
Right.
Oh, he slept.
Kevin was telling me about how much equipment was over here last night.
Were you talking to the chief?
No.
My
neighbor,
other
Kevin,
neighbor.
he came down here this morning when I was
Okay.
here and we were watching.
Yeah. Jeez. It's just... Yeah, it's tough to watch this unfold as a neighbor and everything. And as a, know them and all that.
We all, so many of us know each other because we have a community in here.
Yeah.
And a lot of us know each other. First names, and hi, how you doing, that kind of stuff. And this family was in that category. Hi, how you doing? How's the family? Et cetera, et cetera. He was another neighbor here, this fellow with the red shirt. And
you can just look over here at me. So just ignore the camera.
Say when.
No, just go ahead. Tell me
Okay.
what you remember hearing or seeing last night when you started to see some police activity. What happened?
Yeah, I slept through most of it, and I didn't see it until this morning. And the degree to which there had been a response here. But it was shocking when I learned the details of what had happened. Yeah.
Did you know Justin and Cerina personally?
Lightly personally, as neighbors. Hi, hello, how you doing? How are you doing, Pete? That kind of stuff, so forth and so on. I'd see him frequently. And they were sociable, smiling people all the time. There was never anything showing. We were somewhat aware that they were having a marital issue of some sort, but nothing to the degree as reflected in these actions here. Yeah.
As a neighbor living up the street from them, what are you feeling? Just seeing all the media and the police presence, helicopters up above, just hearing about your neighbors, both of them dead.
Surprising, and given the amount of equipment and people out of here, it had to be more than just a domestic squabble of some sort that they were having.
It was more than that.
It's sad. It's sad.
And when you say you were somewhat aware of the marital problems, what do you mean? Would you kind of hear it through the grapevine or talk to them themselves? Like, what kind of gave you the inkling that they were struggling, per se?
I think it started 3 or 4 years ago when it was rumored that he was, as a lieutenant governor, was involved with someone else. So one can only assume that can lead to deeper problems. And then I guess they got real deep. Yeah.
And what do you feel for his kids? You know, I'm assuming you've kind of seen them around the neighborhood as well. What goes through your head?
Kids are always the victims in these situations, and the rest of their lives somewhat different than they might have turned out had all this not happened. And again, that's another thing that makes you feel bad about the overall incident.
All right. Anything else you want to mention, sir?
Nothing much more, no. Just feelings of disappointment, sadness that our neighborhood had this kind of thing happen. It's a great place to live here.
Do you want to share your name or no? Just man in the neighborhood.
Peter.
Peter. Okay. Last name?
Peter of Camelot. DeMeo.
DeMeo, how do you spell it?
DEMEO.
Excellent, sir. Thank you.
bet.
We lived in the neighborhood, you said, a little while?
Yes, in summer '93.
93. Okay. Lived here a minute.
That was a neighbor. Let's see if there's anything else, anybody else that spoke. Yeah, it's just this crazy.
Any other weapons inside the home? He says not yet. However, they are obviously executing a search warrant. They're recovering more evidence here as they continue their investigation. Michelle. Thank you. Oh, yes. Let me call into that IFB.
Craziness. So
Horrible,
these people,
traumatizing sequence of events for those kids.
and that's live right now. They've been out there all day. They've been out there for almost 4 hours.
Or no, which one?
4 hours inside this place. 3 years? I don't get it. I don't understand it. With these people that, often kill themselves and kill the family.
Yeah, I'm originally from here, actually.
This possessiveness, controlling. Nobody can have you but me. I own you. Can't handle breaking up, rejection, divorce, or maybe his status. Maybe his everything was going to fall apart. It was already falling apart. Then this divorce is going to be out there. His career's over, maybe. It says here, separation is a major trigger. Studies show it precedes 48 to 73% of murder-suicides, and nearly 50% of intimate partner homicide-suicides involve divorce and separation. In some cases, violence is framed as punishing the partners as leaving or as failing the family. This can extend to the perpetrator, sees killing them as sparing them a broken life. Fuck out of here, that's crazy. Punishing the ex and taking everything with them. You guys going all out because they can't handle. I guess I don't know what it is. Why rejection hits some men so hard? Cultural messages about masculinity. Men don't cry. Men provide and lead. Never let a woman leave you. Never heard of that shit. Never let a woman leave you. Entitlement beliefs, seeing a partner as owed rather than chosen. Poor emotional skills, trauma, insecure. In extreme cases, combines with depression, narcissism, impulsivity. There was this Florida story that I did like a short video on. It was kind of Florida. It was another place too. It was horrible, man, because this father was trying to get custody of his kid, and he did. He got most custody, majority or something, and but the mother had some visitation, and the mother, I think she was a nurse, and on one of her times, she took off with the kid, drowned the kid, but wanted to pretend like the kid just got into the pool by accident, but the kid's lungs were empty. There were like no water. There was no water in the lungs, so the kid was already dead before going in the water, and the mother had actually strangled this child. And I really think it was because she didn't want the whole loss of custody and to like punish the father kind of thing, and some really sick stuff. Sick. Yeah, man, crazy. So they're outside of this guy's house all day today. They're also saying a man tried to scale the White House entrance this afternoon. He was immediately tackled by Secret Service. One individual was taken into custody. on a separate case. A lot of craziness going on out there. Elon's ex is crashing out. Ashley St. Clair threatening to expose Benjamin. What's that guy's name? Benjamin Johnson and all these other people. Some other crazy story too. I don't know if you heard about this, and I think this is, I don't know, part of like this whole, this society with no accountability, nurse wins $300,000. You heard about this? From Carnival for over serving alcohol before fall. So this 45-year-old nurse, Diana Sanders from California, was served at least 14 shots over 8 hours, which I don't think that's that bad. And if she's going around to different places, how would they know? I don't know. Before falling around midnight, suffering a concussion and back injuries and worsened PTSD. Her lawyer argued bartenders ignored signs of intoxication like slurring, swaying, blaming, all-inclusive drink packages that prioritize tips over safety. She's ruining the party for everybody else now. The jury found Carnival 60% at fault, above the $250,000 sought, and awarded $300,000. Oh, she happy. Look at her smiling. These people live life with no accountability. It's never my fault. Yeah, I don't have to take any kind of personal responsibility or accountability. Keep serving me. If I go and make the purchases and keep drinking and drinking and drinking, well, you shouldn't have served me.
This is my client, Diana Sanders. She's a nurse from Northern California.
I wonder how much of the money he's keeping.
Was a passenger on the Carnival Radiance. She was served 15 shots of tequila in about 8 hours.
8 hours is a long time. I mean, they're supposed to monitor her when she goes back and forth and goes to and from her room? I guess maybe there was camera evidence, I guess.
She woke up.
Or she was clearly intoxicated, I guess.
Not knowing exactly how she got there, at the
Story of my life.
bottom of the staircase in the crew area. Diana, tell us a little bit about your experience in the case and in the trial.
The case, waking up after blacking out.
How many now these people are going to have a bad night out drinking? Now everybody's going to start suing these people?
And going to the crew and asking them for help and asking them to tell me what happened was extremely frustrating. They gave me conflicting information. They treated me like a criminal. I was very concerned that they wouldn't tell me exactly what happened to me. And so I went to get a lawyer so I could get those tapes and find out what happened, and come to find out they have all the tapes right before, but nothing afterwards, and they will not show us what happened that day.
What was it like taking on a corporate giant like Carnival? You spent 2 years litigating this case.
Yeah, I did. I felt bullied. I felt like everything they did was to either mentally torment me or financially torment me. It was a lot of the last 2 years.
And how'd you feel when a Miami jury, it was 8 women from Miami, you're from California, when they returned the verdict in your favor after 5 days? How did that feel?
5 days.
It felt amazing. First of all, I love Miami.
Somebody must have got tired. Like, oh, God, we're still here 5 days? Fine. Fucking give her the money or whatever. Somebody must have just, or a couple of them. I love Miami. Thank you, Miami.
I've had a great experience here with all the people. And
I stay far away from Miami if I can, at all costs. I try to not go there if possible.
so I was really happy when I saw the jury as my peers. And I felt like the whole time they saw right through what the defense was trying to do, how they tried to defame my character, things they brought up that had nothing to do with the case. They were just trying to criminalize, bully me, and make me look like a bad human being. It's hard to be because I'm a great person.
You are a lovely person. It's been a privilege to represent you. Over-service of alcohol cases are extremely difficult. Passengers have a responsibility to
Yeah. The heck?
drink responsibly, but cruise lines also have a responsibility to serve responsibly. And when you serve somebody who's visibly intoxicated repeatedly, drink after drink after drink, it can lead to disastrous consequences. And I'm just thrilled for you that a jury was able to hear the story and to return a verdict in your favor. Justice prevails. And that's the case.
Well, I mean, I guess the jury decided. Miami, go figure, Miami. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see the videos and stuff, so, but this is wild. You have to be kidding me. Back in my day, you know, oh my gosh, you're supposed to be responsible. I might get my ass beat when I go home. And if I was younger, what were you doing? What were you thinking? Ah. I mean, I guess it depends. If she was blackout drunk, I mean, I guess on video, you know, and still serving her. Wow. Mamma mia. Yeah, I heard about that story yesterday. Let me see what else. What else? Anything else happening? Baywatch star David Carvet accused of striking and killing dog with his truck in a hit and run accident. Damn. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Maybe that's it for now. I mean, yeah, maybe that's it for now. Benny Johnson. Mm-mm. Damn, yeah. Eric Swallow got a whole tip line too for him, for any other victims. Wild. I guess that's it for now. I do see this Pulp Fiction thing trending. What are they saying? Pete Hegseth quoted a fake Bible verse from Pulp Fiction during Pentagon sermon.
So the prayer is CSAR 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please.
The path
of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of camaraderie and duty shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother.
Yeah.
And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon them.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance.
Oh, yeah, and he pops him. Wow. Oh, no, they caught Pete Hegseth slipping. Okay. It's all over the news now. Draw inspiration. Was it on purpose or on accident? Inspiration from a fake Bible verse was cited from the 1994 film Pulp Fiction. Oh, Lord. Maybe ChatGPT gave him that. Can't trust ChatGPT. Oh, man. Anna Navarro, which I take anything she says with a grain of salt, says Melania Trump's statement denying any connection to Jeffrey Epstein could do the First Lady more harm than good. It was odd, though. Felt like it came out of nowhere. Just like, what? Huh? I wasn't even thinking about you with the Epstein stuff. It's like, I didn't do it. It's like, what? Wait, what? I guess that's it. I'll head out for now, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to my second page, iCkEdMeL Clips. I'll be around today if anything pops off. Appreciate you guys joining me. And be safe. Stay safe, man. All right. Peace. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. Adios.